friends, neighbors, and pals, it's Tony once again. Where? At the Rhinestone Room. And the Rhinestone is where? At the Vegas Voice. That's right. The fabulous people at the Vegas Voice magazine. Go to thevegasvoice.net for all of your Vegas Voice senior needs. And then go to TonyArias.com, TonyArias.com for all of your Tony needs. All right? So do that. And again, as always, in the Rhinestone, we always have fabulous, wonderful, special guests. And this young lady next to me is a very, very special woman. And we recently had her husband on, Harry Heideman. This is Roseanne Heideman, ladies and gentlemen. Roseanne has an amazing background in broadcasting and in Las Vegas alone. Just rooted here in Las Vegas. Yeah. You have a magnificent career. So welcome, Roseanne Heideman, everyone. Yes, welcome. Thank you so much for being. Thank you. Thank you for being. And you also make it a magnificent trifle. My God.
Yeah.
This trifle. I had to send the picture to our producers because she made me a trifle and it was this big. Oh God, it was magnificent.
It was so good.
Yes, it was. Thank you so much for being in the Rhinestone Room with me. I greatly appreciate it.
It's my pleasure.
Oh, you're so sweet.
I didn't bring a trifle with me. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's fine. Fine. Well, you can make one soon.
Okay.
And we don't live very far from one another. You have had an amazing, not only just amazing life with your family and so forth, but also the roots that you planted here in Las Vegas, moving to Las Vegas in 1971. You also went back to your original homeland of Chicago.
Yes.
Right? And then came back to Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
But Roseanne has some amazing roots in Las Vegas with being the first of. And that's what I love. I love the history that you have here in Las Vegas. You, along with some lovely, talented women, very smart women, got together and what do you call it? You created,
co-founded
WIC.
Women in Communications.
Women in Communications. And this was in the 70s. This was in the 70s.
80s.
Or was it 80s?
Early 80s.
Or early 80s.
Yeah.
And broadcasting has always been a very male-dominated industry.
Absolutely.
And
all facets of it were male.
Yes, exactly. So how did you and why did you create WIC?
Well, because broadcasting was male-dominated.
Yeah.
It was very difficult for women not only to find positions in broadcasting, but to move up the ladder. There were no female managers, general managers, very few women even in sales.
Really?
Yeah, maybe female business managers, which is how I started in Chicago as a business manager for a station. And I moved back to Las Vegas because Chicago is cold.
Yes.
Really cold.
Yes.
Yeah. So
I prefer their cold over their summers. Whew, that's a lot of humidity. Yeah, that's a lot of water.
And mosquitoes.
And mosquitoes, yes.
Yeah.
I don't do well with either.
I don't either.
Yeah.
Yes. So a friend of mine called me and said, I'm thinking about starting this organization to help women. And she was a media buyer for a big advertising agency here in town. Mm-hmm. And between she and I, we got Jean Heights, who was she was in sales at that time at a TV station, and another lady with advertising, all of us very strong. And our goal was really to provide opportunity, to find opportunities for women and to support, to mentor. We all had to create our own positions. I mean, the way I got started was teaching myself. And I didn't want to hire anybody that had to go through what I went through. So my goal was to teach and to mentor.
But did you have a history in broadcasting before WIC?
Well, I was working I started radio in Chicago in 76.
Wow.
So I had about maybe 8 years, 6 or 8 years in broadcasting by that time. And I had moved up to sales manager. I fought for that position when my manager, I was fortunate because my manager before me had worked at a station that was owned by the same group that I worked for in Chicago, which was Bonneville Broadcast. And we knew some of the same people, so he championed me and helped me get that position as sales manager.
Wow. We've talked about this before, that I don't think our paths crossed.
But we know some of the same
But we
people.
know a lot of the same people in broadcasting, because I started in Las Vegas in broadcasting in 1985. So it's amazing to me that for some reason our paths did not cross.
I know.
But we do know a lot of the same people. That's
and
amazing.
that was 85. That was maybe a little after we had our big promotion at WLC, not WLC, but KREM Radio.
Oh, KREM, okay.
KREM Country.
Yes.
That's where I was for most of my career.
Right.
We had a 30-foot inflatable cowboy that we would take out to promotions. You would love him. He was taller than you, Tony.
Right. I have one too. Yes.
And we did a promotion with Neiman Marcus when they first opened. Remember when you were here?
Yes,
right?
I was. Yeah.
They wanted to do this big promotion.
Yeah.
And so they called me over and they said, we're Dallas based. We'd like to do an armadillo race. Like, what the heck is that?
I know this story. An armadillo race. Yeah.
Inside Neiman Marcus,
right,
between the escalators. So we reached out to a 4-H club in Dallas. We got armadillos, and we flew them here on Delta Airlines. Jeez. And in those days, you could go on to the tarmac. So we had our van go out to the tarmac, put the 30-foot cowboy sitting on the van,
right,
eye to eye with the pilot when he came in.
Now, how did you get the armadillo to race?
Well, that's fun. What you do is you set up your little racetrack for each of the armadillos. Then you get we had one of our top disc jockeys, Country Check. We had a weather guy from Channel 8, I think, and we had a news gal. And they get down on their hands and knees and blow on the armadillo's butt.
Yep. That's how you get an armadillo to race, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, where are you going to find out this information? Go to the internet? No. You go to Tony's Rhinestone Room and you blow on an armadillo's butt in order to get them to move. Not only an armadillo, I understand several species follow the same rules. But, honey, I want to have you back on the Rhinestone Room because your history here is it's very important, especially for women. Right. And women of a certain age, and I think that to hear what you and your co-founders went through and did, I think is absolutely amazing. And Vegas, and people are not going to like it when I say this, but Vegas was never that open to females in certain positions. Right. I know that, and being here from the 70s as well, I saw that, and I saw how that.
Did you really?
I really did. I was amazed because I was originally from Southern California, and Southern California, we're just kind of laid back, and everybody just kind of did what they wanted. But here, there was a little more. You're right. It was very male dominated in the broadcasting industry, the casino industry, the gaming industry. Everything here, and especially in Las Vegas.
I will tell you that Women in Communications, WIC, actually grew stronger than the male-dominated ad club.
Amazing. Absolutely.
And we were inducted after 25 years into the Nevada Broadcasters Hall of Fame. So
fantastic.
Really
Good for you. Yeah. Honey, thank you so much for being on the program with me. I greatly appreciate it. And we're going to have Roseanne back, because I want to explore more of this and share more of this with our audience. Again, Roseanne Heideman, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you so much for being on Tony's Rhinestone Room. I look forward to seeing you at the next episode. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.